Hello, welcome back to a new class. My name is Jessica, and today I'll be guiding you through a gentle 30-minute beginner yoga flow. Before we get into the video, I'd like to introduce you to today's sponsor, which is Ruggable. Ruggable creates stylish and machine-washable rugs for every space in your home, and I'm super excited to be partnering with them as I've recently been in the process of redecorating my own home. I decided to get the 8x10 Cameron Coral Rug, which is a beautifully colored and Persian-inspired design. It was super easy to set up myself, and one of my favorite things about this rug is the spill and stain-resistant cover. The rug also comes with a non-slip rug pad made from 95% recycled material, which is made of the same latex-free material used in yoga mats. Ruggable has been kind enough to offer a 10% off code, so you can go to the link in the description box down below and use the code to get a special discount on your next Ruggable purchase. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today, and we'll go ahead and get started. So unroll your yoga mat. If you don't have a mat, that's fine. You can practice on carpet or a rug, but go ahead and come down into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Root down through the sit bones, rest the hands and the arms wherever they're most comfortable. Lengthen through the spine, close the eyes, and go ahead and take a couple of deep, full breaths here. Sending the breath down into the belly as you feel the ribs expand. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and soften the face. After a few deep breaths, go ahead and close the mouth and start to breathe evenly in and out through the nose. Maintaining the steady rhythm of breath throughout the remainder of the practice today. And then with your next breath, gently blink the eyes open, reach the arms out wide and then up overhead, palms touch. As you exhale, place your right hand down beside you and reach your left arm up and over, breathing into the left side body. Try to keep your chest slightly open towards the sky. Breathe. As you inhale, come back through center. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, right arm up. Again, keeping the gaze and the chest lifted. Sit bones rooting down into the ground. Inhale back through center, and again, right hand will come down and reach the left arm up. This time, if it feels good, you can come down on the forearm. Finding a slightly different variation here. Inhale back through center, exhale, switch sides. Again, lowering down to the forearm if that feels good. Breathe in between the ribs. Inhale, straighten the spine, palms touch overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. So right arm will come behind you and left arm will come to the opposite knee. Inhale back through center, palms touch overhead. Exhale, twisting to the left this time. Try to keep the neck neutral, head relaxed, shoulders soft. We'll do this once more on each side. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist to the right. This time, inhale to lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, twist to the right a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, grow tall through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, facing forward, palms touch. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Bring your hands into a fist and start to roll your wrists around. Just finding these small, gentle circles. Continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. Switch directions of your circles. And then slowly release your hands back down. Start to roll the head in one direction, rolling out the neck, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And try to maintain awareness of your posture. Try to keep the spine nice and tall. And switch directions of your circles, moving in the opposite way now. And from here, bring your head back to center. We're going to come into isolated neck stretches. So bring your right ear to your right shoulder and gently use your right hand to draw the ear closer towards your shoulders. So getting a stretch in the left side of the neck. And release. We'll switch sides. Left ear, left shoulder. Left hand will come just above the right ear. Breathe into the right side of the neck. Relaxing other areas of the body. And slowly release, bringing your head back to center. We'll come onto hands and knees for tabletop pose. So stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide, press into your palms and your knuckles, core slightly engaged. We'll move through our cats and cows here. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. As you exhale, push the floor away with your hands round through the upper back, chin to chest. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, chin to chest. Good. Keep moving through this flow at your own pace. Just warming up the spine, flowing with your breath. Good, just a couple more rounds here. And we'll come back to a neutral spine, finding tabletop. Walk your hands forward, come into melting heart pose. Press the palms and forearms down into the ground as you lower your forehead towards the ground. Breathing into the chest and the shoulders, keeping the belly slightly tucked up towards the spine, core engaged. Relaxing the face. With your next breath, lift yourself back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes under, send the hips back towards the heels. And then lift the hips, straighten out the legs, downward facing dog. Pushing into the hands, rooting down through the feet. You can have a slight bend in your knees here if you need to, and your heels don't have to be reaching for the ground. Relax the head and neck in between the arms. Feel this deep stretch in the back of the hamstring muscles. And then we'll start to pedal out through the feet. So bend your left knee, straighten out the right leg. And then switch. Bending into the right knee, left leg straightens. And switch. So keep pedaling out through the feet here, alternating the bend in each knee. Hips still lifted high, arms engaged. And come back to a normal downward dog and then walk your feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward folds. We'll do that twice more. Inhale to halfway lift. Hands can come to the shins or the thighs. And then exhale, release. Once more, inhale, lift the gaze, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Root down through the feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to the hearts. Mountain pose, release the arms alongside the body, feet hip-width distance apart. Gaze out ahead of you, palms face forward. Tadasana, mountain pose. Root down through your feet. We're going to come into our balancing pose, tree pose. So we're going to start standing on the right leg and we're going to bend the left knee. You can place the sole of your left foot either inside of your shin or inside of your thigh. And you can use your hands for support here. Make sure your right hip stays tucked in. Make sure it's not popping out. And you're strong through your standing right leg. Gaze out ahead of you and then bring your hands to heart center. Lengthen through the crown of your head and soften the shoulders down. Come back to your breath. One more breath here. Amazing. Slowly release your left foot down to the mat. Take a big breath in, reach the arms up overhead, and exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, step your left foot back, planting your hands, come up into high lunge. So find your foundation, squeeze the inner thighs together, and then reach the arms up overhead. Shoulders stacked over the hips, and you're facing the front. Pressing your hips down, core engaged, palms face towards each other. Feel this deep stretch in your left hip flexor, holds. And then as you exhale, open up into warrior two. So your back foot will spin flat, and you're opening up to the left side. Keep the shoulders stacked over the hips. Good. Arms extended out wide. Gaze over your front middle finger. From here, we'll come into triangle pose. Straighten out your front leg. Your right hand will come down as you reach your left arm up. Keep a micro bend in your front knee. Gaze up at your fingertips. Inhale, come back into warrior two, bend into your front knee. We'll come into reverse warrior, flip your front palm and lean back. Left hand will come to the back leg as you reach your right bicep towards your ear. Palm face down towards the ground. Keep a soft bend in the front knee. Breathe into the right side body. And then come back into warrior two. Good. Bring your hands to your hips, turn to face the long ways of your mat, and then turn to face the back of your mat. Step to the top, root down through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, come up to stand, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands down through the hearts. Coming into mountain pose. Feet hip-width distance apart, palms face forward. And then we'll come into tree pose, this time standing on the left leg, bending your right knee and placing the sole of your foot either inside of your left thigh or lower inside of your left shin or even down on the ground. Bring your hands to heart center, find your balance, and then gaze out ahead of you. If you'd like to challenge yourself, you can close your eyes. Breathe here, and again, make sure that left hip isn't popping out to the side. Keep it tucked in towards your midline. One more breath. And then slowly release your right foot back down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Come into a high lunge, grounding down through your left foot and back toes as you reach your arms up overhead. Shoulders stacked over the hips, gazing out ahead of you. Take 2 deep breaths here. And on your last exhale, open up into Warrior 2. Bending into your left knee, gazing out ahead of you. Keep the weight even between the front and the back leg. Straighten out your front leg for triangle pose. Left hand will come down as you reach your right arm up. Breathe into the side body. Stay rooted down through the feet. On your next inhale, lift yourself back up, come into Warrior 2. Flip your front palm, reverse warrior, leaning towards the back. Right hand comes to the back leg, left bicep to ear. Transition back into Warrior 2. Bring your hands to your hips, turn to face the long ways of your mats, preparing for wide-legged forward folds. So widen your stance here, toes in, heels out. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, fold forward in between the legs. Soft bend in the knees. Bring your hands down, parallel to your feet, and relax the crown of your head towards the ground. Breathe into the backside body. Soften the neck and the shoulders. With your next inhale, halfway lift, bring your feet back in, bend the knees, and then bring your hands to your hips. Turn back to the front of your mat, step forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. Slowly lower your knees down to the ground. And we'll come into child's pose. Spread the knees as wide as is comfortable, big toes touch. Reach the arms out in front of you and rest your forehead down. Just take a few moments here to come back to your breath. Notice how your body feels. One more breath here in your child's pose. And then slowly lift yourself back up, coming through tabletop, cross your ankles and come into a seat. Extend both legs out in front of you, root down through your sit bones. And from here, we'll keep the right leg straight, bend the left knee so the sole of your foot is flat on the ground. Reach your left arm behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up, and as you exhale, twist to the left, hooking your right tricep to the outer edge of your left knee. Gazing back behind you, breathe into the low back. Slowly release, come back through center, extend your left leg long, and bend your right knee. Hugging it in towards your chest, right hand comes behind you. Inhale, left arm up, exhale, twist to the right. Gently come back through center, untwisting. This time we'll come into butterfly pose. So bend both knees, bring the soles of the feet together, opening up the hips. Wrap your hands either around your ankles or your feet. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, tilt your tailbone forward slightly. And then as you exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Relax the upper body completely. Take about 5 more deep breaths here, allowing the belly to soften, sides of the body to expand. With your last breath, gently lift yourself back up, bringing your hands underneath your knees, drawing the legs together. Extend both legs out wide. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, forward fold. Think of drawing your belly towards your thighs. Have a slight bend in your knees here if that's more comfortable for you. Lead with your hearts and then relax your head and neck down. Your fingertips are reaching either for the toes, your ankles, or your shins. Breathe as you relax your backside body. With your next inhale, lift yourself back up and slowly prepare to lower all the way down on your spine. As you come onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock from side to side, massaging out the low back. And we'll come into a few back bends, preparing for bridge pose. So release the soles of your feet flat on the ground. Relax the arms alongside the body, palms face down, feet hip width distance apart. Now with your next inhale, you're going to press into your hands and your feet to lift your hips up towards the sky. So as you inhale, lift the hips, press into the feet, gently squeeze the inner thighs together. Keeping your chin tucked in towards your chest, relaxing the gaze, core engaged. And then slowly lower hips back down to the mat. Good, we'll do that once more here. So as you inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips, gently engage the backside body, the muscles along the spine, the glutes. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Gently release the hips and the spine back down to the mat. Slowly windshield wiper the legs, so just dropping the knees over to the left side, lifting them back up and dropping them over to the right. And then keep alternating here, so just twisting the body to one side and then the other. Bring your feet back to center, coming into supine pigeon. You're going to cross the right ankle on top of your left thigh, keeping your left foot flat on the ground. Actively pressing the right knee away from the body to get a stretch in the right hip. Now stay here, or if you'd like a slightly different variation, you can lift your left foot up off of the mat. Thread the right arm in between the legs, interlace your fingers behind the back of the left leg, hugging your legs closer in towards your body. Close your eyes and try to focus on your breath here. And then slowly release wherever you are, uncrossing your leg. And we'll switch sides, so cross left ankle on top of right thigh. Actively pressing the left knee away. Shoulder blades relaxed into the ground. Now you have the option to stay here, or again, you can lift that right foot up off of the mat, interlacing your fingers behind the right leg. Soften the eyelids, relax the jaw, breathing deeply in and out through the nose. Gently release, uncrossing the leg. From here, we'll come into happy baby. Bringing your arms inside of your legs, fingertips towards the outer edges of the feet, opening the knees out wide to get a stretch in your hips. Gently rock from side to side if that feels good. And when you're ready, we'll slowly release the feet back down and come into our final resting pose, Savasana. Extend your legs out wide, take up as much space as you'd like, and rest the arms alongside the body, palms face up. With the eyes closed, we'll find a few cleansing breaths. Take a big breath in through your nose, and a long, slow exhale out to the mouth. One more just like that, breathing in through the nose, And a big exhale out through the mouth. Release everything and fully let go. Feel every muscle and fiber in your body beginning to relax. Softening the space in between the eyebrows, the jaw, the neck. Allowing the arms to become completely heavy. Feeling the rise and fall of the belly, the weight of the legs, the softness of the toes and the fingers. Feel your entire backside body melting into the earth. Giving yourself full permission to rest and relax. Feel free to stay here in Savasana for a little bit longer. Otherwise, if you're ready to come out, slowly begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Begin to gently deepen your breath. Reach the arms up overhead, point and flex the feet, finding a full body stretch. And then when you're ready, hug your knees into your chest and gently lift yourself back up, coming into a comfortable seated position. Wherever you are, allow yourself to keep the eyes closed and the body relaxed. Just taking a moment to tune back into yourself and notice how you feel. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up today, for finding time for yourself and for your practice. And thank you so much for choosing to practice with me. We'll bring our hands together at heart center prayer position. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next class soon.